Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings. We're here with Dave Allen. Dave, massive fight for you announced in Sheffield. I know tickets are flying, obviously what you've told us off camera, and other people have said, look, we can't wait to go. How does it feel off the back of 2 good fights against Johnny Fisher, and you've got an absolute monster stood in front of you, but I know it's something you can get your teeth into. You must be so motivated for this fight.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say, "Oh, what you're boxing in for?" But I wanted to go Sheffield Arena. Like, I'm headlining Sheffield Arena, and like I just said, we might as well do it properly. We might as well get a good opponent. You know, there were loads of different. There were loads of talks for loads of different opponents. You know, I asked for a few different ones. Eddie said that's probably not going to work at Sheffield headlining. The British title fight fell through. Got given a list of names, and I picked Makhmudov for a few reasons. One, he has been on Riyadh season cards. You know, he looks the part. He's a good fighter, and I think it'll get the best out of me. So, with all that in mind, we picked him, and yeah, I'm happy with my choice, really. Yeah.
I know a big thing for you has always been about, you've always talked about how you've trained. You've been so honest in the past about, look, I'm not training for this properly, I've done this. But when that fight gets signed, I don't know what it's been like for you since, but I know you're an honest enough guy. Yeah. Has it altered your training? Has it made you switch on? Has it kept you in that mindset? Because the second fight for Fisher, obviously you seem fitter again from the previous one. Yeah. Is it carried on?
Yeah, the 2 Fisher fights I trained well for. I come over here with Jamie and Nige. These 2 fights are the ones that I've done full time over here. You know, I've been over here before, but not like I am now. So the 2 Fisher fights I trained properly for. The first Fisher fight, I dieted okay, and you know, I lived okay. The rematch, I trained really hard, but I didn't diet at all. I let myself down a bit with the diet and that. But I was very confident I was going to win. But this one, yeah, I feel like if I don't prepare properly, I will get stopped. Like, not just outbox and beat and be gutted at loop, but I can get flattened by this fella. This fella's dangerous. He's very physical as well. It's going to be hard work. I'm not going to get to steal these little rests like I did in the Fisher fights, and he's going to put it on me. So training. I'm always training. Like I said, I've always trained hard for the last 2 fights. I'm training hard again. I'd say the intensity's gone up a little bit again though. I feel like them 2 camps have put me in a position now for this 3rd one to up it again. So I've upped it a little bit. My diet's on point. You know, I've got a nutritionist. My nutritionist Joe, I train and manage. He's very clued up with his food and stuff. He cooks for me. Yeah, we live together. He cooks for me, so I only eat what he prepares. You know, I'm living properly. I'm resting. I'm in bed all day and night when I'm not training. This one's the one, really. Yeah, this one's the one where if I beat Makhmudov, I'll be proud of myself. No one can say I've not been a good fighter. Not a will be, but no one can turn around and say you're not a good fighter. You were a very good fighter, him. So this one's the one for me.
You know what? You've always, even throughout your career, before I were doing this and just used to go to the fights, you never really, even when you maybe were still on the rise, you always took the challenges that were seemingly impossible from the outside, you Dillian Whites and, you know, so on and so forth. But is that for you, what gets you up for this fight? Is it that element of danger? Because I've seen what Eddie's saying. You give you a list of names and he goes, he's picked like the hardest one off the list where you could have gone a different route. Let's be honest, you said that there, but is that what's going to kick you on, the fact that there is that element of, look, if I don't take this seriously, I could get flattened? Because you know what he's going to do. I don't think it's going to be a surprise. You've seen all his fights. He fights a certain way. Does that look at you and excite you? Does that know that you have to stay sharp between you? Is that going to make you not cheat your way to the fight night?
Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to perform. I'm going to perform to my best of my ability. Whether I'm good enough or not is a different question. He was #1 Russian amateur. He boxed the WSB. He beat the Cubans. He beat some good fighters. And I know he can box. I know his ability. I am the underdog. No matter what the bookies say or no matter what people say about Caballero beating him, I'm aware this is a big ask. It's a big step up from Johnny Fisher. So I will perform to the best of my ability on the 11th of October. Mm-hmm. And with that, I will know if I'm good enough at this level. This is, I think, fringe world level, I would call him. I would say, yep. I will know if I'm good enough or not. Because right now, I haven't got a clue. I've been boxing 17 years, a pro 13 years. And as I sit here now, I don't know how good I am. I've been with some good fighters, unfit, took them rounds. I've beat some good fighters, half fit. October 11th, I'm going to be 100% on here, and I will know. And I will be able to live with myself and be happy with whichever result it is, because I will finally have a bit of closure on my career. How good am I? How good am I? There's no sitting in 20 years, oh, I wonder what I could have done. I will know. So this fella's bringing it out of me with that fear factor of getting flattened early. I could get flattened early by him. If I'm not fit, I definitely will. Fully fit, I still might. But at least, whatever happens, I'll be able to get out there and go, you know what? That was my best. Win, lose or draw.
I always feel like with fighters, they're the harshest critics, and you're someone who's probably one of the most honest people ever. Like, you always have been. I think you just have throughout your career. But you've always had that question. So I get why that's a big thing for you. You always, when you talk about yourself, you say, look, I'm not a world beater, I'm domestic level at best, so if he can't beat me, where does he go? But I think after the Fisher fight, you start to sort of maybe wonder, you know what, a fully fit, dedicated Dave Allen, maybe I am better than I'm giving myself the credit for. Do you allow yourself to think that? Because at this stage of your career, it's rare that it comes back around where you've got this opportunity, but in this gym with these boys, like, you have got that opportunity to say, Christ, you know, if I hit past him, I am pretty much world level.
Yeah, and I've always had a lot of ability. I know I have. I've always was a good amateur, and I sparred the best, and sometimes sparred really well with him. And I always knew I had some ability in that, but it's very different taking it from the gym into the ring. And now I feel like I've got to a point in my career now where I box better than I spar, which is a nice place to be in. I've got all that experience now, and it's like Jamie said to me, like, it's very rare, like, someone gets this chance that you've got. Like, I've got all them lost now. I've got all that experience now, and finally got it all together. And that happens to lots of boxers where they have all that experience, it all comes together, but they're usually 45 years old, or they're 35 and not going to get the chance again. My chance has come back round, and I've got the experience. I've finally got my head switched on. I'm finally in the right gym for me, doing it right. So, and maybe I'm not that good. Maybe I'm domestic level. Maybe I'm not that good, but we'll know on October 11th. So it's a difficult ask, though. He's a good fighter, and losing to him won't mean that I'm not a good fighter. It just means that I'm not better than Arslanbek Makhmudov. But they'll go a long way to telling me.
What do you make of? I see the video go up of him wrestling bears, and I see Eddie putting up a thing saying, "But has he ever met a rhino before?" When you see him like just moving around with a full size bear, what goes through your head? Just like he's fucking mental. What's going on here? Like,
you know what? I didn't give it any thought at all, really. I didn't know if it was AI or whatever. Yeah. So between now and the fight, like, I don't give him any thought. He seems like, I watched an interview with him. He seems like a nice fella, but it's only boxing. It's only boxing. He seems nice. There'll be no theatrics at the press conferences or whatever else, and we'll box, and the best man will win. And whether that's me or him, I'll shake his hand anyway. So it's, yeah, he is nothing to me, really.
do you ever sit and think? Remember when you're having them first fights, and look, it's well documented. You always said the things that you'd been through in life, kind of thing. But you're in a position where you can earn good money, invest, on the back end outside of boxing, you can really set yourself up. And this one, as much as everyone talks about the glory and you know how good you are, you can provide as well for your family. And obviously I know you've got kids as well. Yeah. Now you're a proud dad. Has that element of it changed it for you? Do you look at the business side of things now and go, if I do this, I know it unlocks that, we can buy this, buy that, invest there, do that. Does that play a part in your mind now?
Yeah, I think having the kids changed me a lot. Yeah. As you get older, you mature anyway. I think I've got a bit older, matured, and things happen, my kids and family passing away, and then it does change you. But financially for me, like, it's not everything I do it's not a financial thing. I'm not like a big money guy. My missus is the money guy. She's the money guy. I make the money. She does what needs to be done. So I focus on the boxing. I focus on doing the training. I go home. I just focus on my kids and having a nice chilled weekend before I could have come back here again. So I don't think too much about the money, really. I think about the boxing, and money makes the world go round, but it don't mean that I've got to deal with it. I'll make it. She can deal with it, and I'll just chill out.
Yeah. I've got to ask, can you imagine, do you allow yourself to look past this date and go, touch wood? And this is me asking you, because you might not be, because I know fighters go, nah, if I don't get past this, nothing happens. Yeah. But Could you imagine in 12 to 18 months' time, you potentially on one of these either bigger Riyadh season cards, fringe world title opponents, and you potentially have a chance to fight for the big one or something like that? Do you allow yourself to go, wow, like that's a movie of a career?
Yeah,
It is anyway.
Yeah, he's in touching distance, the real big time. Yeah, but I have to beat Makhmudov, I think it's a bigger task than most people think it is. Like,
it's a huge task.
Yeah, but lots of people don't think it is. I'm more aware than most of that. I have to fight him. I'm the one who has to fight him, so I'm more aware than most. I'm aware of the size of the task at hand. But yeah, you do think about it. Yeah, you do dream. It's nice to dream. It's nice to sit down in bed after a long day and go, if I beat this fella, then I'm in touching distance of a Wilder, Parker, Joshua. I'm not throwing them names around. Eddie Ernest. So it is nice, yeah, and it's nice to dream, and it does make training easy. It does make getting up out of bed early in the morning easy when you think I'm close to this, that, and the other. But yeah, as you say, I do have to beat him, and it is going to be a big ask.
Right. Well, look, I know there's a couple of others want to speak to you. I appreciate you giving me some of your time. Wish you all the best, and we'll catch up fight week, bud.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers.